All right. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Janice Reddick, and I'm the Executive Director with the Center for Family Business. And it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Josslin Insurance this morning in a segment that we have to connect with the Center for Family Business called From the Family for the Family. So, this morning we have Scott Wagler and Nick and Amanda from Josslin Insurance. And so glad that you are here. On a very serious note, though, we want to give our sincere condolences to Scott, his family, on the passing of their father, Donald, at a very, very difficult time. So we wanted it really couldn't be a worse time, and we certainly are with you in thoughts and prayers on this difficult time. So thank you so much for being here with us today, and just giving us a little bit idea of how you're coming through with COVID-19 with your family business.
Well, it's been a tumultuous time, that's for sure. As far as our business is concerned, we've been fortunate simply because we're on the essential list. So for us, it would seem as though it has been business as usual. I can't say that it actually has, because like all businesses, we have staff, and there is concern. Our utmost concern is to keep our staff safe, to keep each other safe, and to get through this together. And the only way that we do that is by working together. From a business perspective, we had to do something that we never thought we would do. In fact, the exact opposite of how we always thought we should work, and that is working inside the office. We have lots of offices through the region specifically because of that. And we turned that on its ear, and we went to a mixed strategy, work from home and work from office. About 85 to 90% of our staff is now working from home, which we would have never in a million years thought that we would be doing. However, it is what we did. And all of that took place within a period of about 3 days.
Wow.
So even though we are essential and our offices are open, the doors are closed to the public for safety reasons, for everyone's safety, both our customer safety and our staff safety. But we are open for business as usual in all offices, by phone, by email. All of our staff is fully engaged, and I think that's another thing. Our big concern was our staff. We've been able to maintain 100% of our staff at full salary, not because expenses haven't gone up, but because we believe it's the right thing to do.
Excellent.
When you put all that together with our family and the challenge that we had with my dad's passing, I can't tell you that it was a simple time.
No.
It was very tough.
One of the most
But
difficult.
it's because of our staff and our management team here that that we've been able to get through it.
Thank you, Scott. And just the dedication to keeping your staff on and keeping them safe. There's so much respect, and it's such a difficult time. So,
well, we certainly learned as we went along, because that was the first thing we did, is we admitted to our staff that we had no idea what the heck we were doing. We were kind of flying the plane and building it at the same time, or laying the track and running the train at the same time, whatever analogy you want to use. But the good news was we were all doing it.
Right.
So, and we were 100% transparent about the fact that we had no playbook for this. We learned every single day, but we all learned together. Yeah. And that was certainly supporting for all of us and encouraging for each one of us. And of course, our goal was just everyone's well-being, which helped us through.
Excellent. No, we were all in kind of the same thing, going through those stages of, oh, this really can't be happening. This is unbelievable, to today where you're like, okay, well, it's another day. Let's face it and let's get going. And
you hear words like unprecedented time. I'll tell you, if I hear unprecedented time one more time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's 100% true. You know,
Well,
it's,
yeah.
what else do you do? The only solace that we take in all of this is that we are not an island, right?
Mhm.
There are lots that are in worse shape than we are,
Mhm.
simply because we can actually stay open to support our customers and to support our staff.
Mhm.
If we couldn't, I don't know, we'd be a totally different conversation
Sure. Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. And those are those conversations going on right now, for
Yeah.
sure. In the insurance industry, Scott, what are you seeing there with COVID-19? I mean, they're talking about different things, and what's
Now,
going on there generally as an insurance industry?
yeah, the challenge that we have as an industry is we can't speak with a unified voice. And that's, a good thing and a bad thing, blessing and a curse. We represent lots of different insurers. There are 100 and I think 195 different insurers in the province of Ontario, and because of that, there's 195 different ways of doing things, which is a challenge.
Mhm.
We have a good voice down at Queen's Park in our provincial lobby, staying in touch with the Ministry of Finance. That's the ministry that we fall under. Um, the general comment is the insurance industry is trying to do things to help our customers. We don't have control over many of the things that are being done. Our wish would be that there would be more of a unified voice in the insurance industry as a whole. But I mean, that's not going to happen, and we know that simply because of the number of companies that are involved. So our role through all of this is to be there for our customers, to help in any way that we can with coverage situations, questions, education, coverage reductions, or simply just being a sympathetic ear.
Mhm.
Maybe it's payment deferrals, maybe it's payment holidays. All of those things do exist depending on your insurer, but we're the place to go in order to have those conversations.
Good. Okay. So specifically, one thing you just kind of referred to, there are a lot of recommendations coming out from financial planners, specifically on companies that are either closed, shuttering, experiencing difficulty. And one thing everybody's talking about is cash flow. How do you maintain that cash flow? And one recommendation I've heard in a couple of webinars from financial planners is to dial down your insurance coverage.
Yeah.
Not something I'd be very comfortable with, but what are your comments on that?
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good question, and it's an even better comment. Everyone's going to have a different comfort level with what they can, would, or should do with respect to their own insurance portfolios. There are things we're recipients of. We buy insurance as well. So I just make a comment on group life and health for the moment. Group life and health, many employers buy it for their employees. We're starting to see notifications come from group life health insurers reducing premiums on specific coverages for businesses that have been shuttered. So, for example, dental.
Hmm.
You can't go to the dentist right now,
Right.
right? So paying premiums doesn't really seem fair. And we're seeing group insurers actually limit premiums or do premium rebates on specific coverages. So, for example, your dental coverage. So, as an
Hmm.
example,
Hmm.
in terms of a general comment to our customers, and although we have lots of customers and we're happy about that, we know there's lots of people out there that have yet to become our customers, although they really want to. Um, it's a fact of life that we don't insure everybody. We'd encourage you to have conversation with whoever you deal with as an insurance professional. We're encouraging our customers to do several things. First and foremost, communicate with us. If your situation has changed, hey, some people are still working, many people aren't. Some people have more than one car. Uh, some people have more than one property. But to give your insurance professional a call, agent or broker, in our case, we're encouraging our customers to give us a call. Let us review your specific circumstance, because every circumstance is different, and everybody's opinion or comfort level with respect to their own insurance portfolio is different. Janice, you already suggested, hey, you wouldn't be comfortable reducing your coverage, but you might be comfortable saying, I have two cars. I'm not going to drive two cars right now. I'm not really driving anywhere. So can we take coverage off one of the cars, which would actually, yes, reduce some coverage, save you some premium, but in a smart way. So there are things that we can do and work with you to make changes to your insurance portfolio that make sense for you and that are reflective of this time in your life, and save you some money to boot. Now, there are some companies that are reaching out to their customers with premium rebates. So where you could see a check come. Not every company's doing this. So that's back to my point about some kind of a unified approach would be easier from a communication perspective and from obviously an understanding perspective from customers. The best advice from us to our customers or to any customer is to contact your insurance professional and review all of your insurances to be sure that there aren't changes that you could be making to keep some cash in your pocket.
That's great advice. I appreciate that because you're right. I have two cars. They're not going anywhere. Not going anywhere at all. So, and hence the reason. Hmm? Pardon?
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just hence the reason where yesterday, April 20th, oil went below, went into negative territory. So
Yeah.
Everybody's getting a barrel of oil for Christmas this year. That's
Fair enough. We don't have enough pickup trucks to move it around.
Yeah.
The other thing I got to say is with university shutdowns and school shutdowns, we have two kids that are normally gone to school that are home now. So it's even better. We have more cars sitting in the driveway than normal. So it really becomes impactful.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of money that people pay for insurance on vehicles that are not doing anything. So certainly something you should consider. And we're fielding calls every day, and I'll tell you, our service folks are going a little bit crazy. Depends on the day with the number of calls. The other challenge we have from an industry perspective is getting paper into people's hands. Nobody wants to touch paper. Insurance companies are having a difficult time producing paper. We, as an insurance brokerage, are looking to move to a digital strategy with respect to how we deliver policies to our customers. And the absolute necessity of having some form of a liability card, that pink slip you get with your insurance policy for your car or truck. We're looking at different ways to do business with our customers, and the really cool part is our customers are really accepting of the different ways of doing business that we are not used to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an outcome of what's going on. So out of something bad can come something good,
Sure.
something different. It requires us, we can't do anything differently unless we think differently. So it's given us all an opportunity to think differently about how we do many things.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about insurance right now, but it could be any single thing.
Yep.
How did you used to do it? How do you do it today? How are you going to do it going forward?
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably a good segue for another one of these video chats with someone else. But it really it gives us a chance to pause and ponder.
Yeah, exactly. And we because we have our backs on the wall, that's what you do, right? That's a human nature thing, is that, you have to fight or flight, and we're fighting. We're not leaving. So this is great. It's, there is a little bit of good coming out of this. That's for sure. So
I also want to give a shout out to the Center for Family Business. The center has been a huge part of our organization and our family through lots of ups and downs, including our own succession. I want to just give kudos to where they belong because Center does very important work, and in terms of not just a business, because there's lots of business membership groups out there. But I tell you, the focus on the family is critical, and it's the only group. We belong to many membership groups. It is the only group that puts family right in the middle of everything, literally in its name.
It's
And it is important.
Thank you.
So thank you.
It's it certainly is so great to be involved with such an organization, and it's whatever we can do to move forward for families. That's definitely
Props
something.
to you guys for sure.
Thank you. Well, thanks, guys. Nick, Amanda, I think it was great chatting with you. Appreciate all the help and the support and the comments, and look forward, like you said, Scott, that's a great segue to say that there will be the next one coming out in a week, and we'll be talking to another family member while we go through this, so we can connect together. And that's so important. That's part of what we do for the family. So thank you,
Perfect.
guys. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.